blah, 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 blah. Normally, I talk about a gritty-ass gangbanger doing that. I got a story about the police, blah, 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 riding around killing people and acting like the police, acting like regular people did it. Or maybe they didn't. You know, that's the conversation that's going on the internet, Chiracology, Reddit, Squid 8. Those are three of the top blog sites in Chicago. Be posting a lot of updated Chicago shit too, you know. It's something going viral that they got going viral, and a lot of other blog sites about four guys from Chicago, I guess members of the Four Corner Hustler Street Gang, allegedly. They were all killed, and the police were involved in all their murders. And all this shit happened like 4 years in a row, back to back to back to back to back. Like 2018, 19, 20, 21, something like that. Or 21, 22, 23, 24, something like that. I might got the years wrong, but in those years. Back to back, every year. Hit the like button. Go on this video, 2,000 likes. You know, there's always been rumors. All these murders out here, is the police really, is regular people really doing that shit? That's the police out here killing motherfuckers and acting like gangs into it and shit. Police out here murdering top leaders and making gangs getting into it. I've been hearing that shit for a long time. But this story kind of seemed a little different. So hit the like button. You know, it's a picture of four guys, all from like the west side of Chicago, all was killed by the hands of like the police. I don't think a lot of people know. In Chicago, gangbanging everywhere. But you know, a lot of the drill shit was like on the south side of Chicago. But what people don't know is a lot of the police killings is like on the west side. It's more people that have been killed on the west side of Chicago than on any side in Chicago. You know, that shit is like a hot pocket for killing people and shit, especially with the police. We all just seen Dexter Reed shooting and all kind of shit like that. So the police killing motherfuckers and shit. It's four guys who all was killed by the hands of the police, allegedly. You know, I do my homework. I look into this, okay? You gotta look into it. You know, one guy was actually shot and killed by the police. Now, I'm not sure the details about that. I'm not sure exactly the reason they did it, but I seen something about they said he pointed a gun at them. So they shot him and killed him. You know, that's always the talk about, you know, somebody pointed a gun. You know, a lot of people always feel like that's the police, you know, go button to shoot you. Act like you're pointing a gun at them and shit, because you can't really prove you didn't because you're dead. You know, but, you know, police killed this guy. He was shot because he pointed a gun at them, allegedly. Another one was shot. He was like in a fight, like on the street or something. He was in a fight, you know, it was knives and shit involved. I guess he was stabbing somebody or whatever the fuck, and the police killed him. Now, you know, some people say, look, he was defending his life. He was in a fight. You know, I guess he couldn't stop at the moment. Shit was happening. You know, y'all police, y'all big, y'all strong. Y'all been trained. Y'all need to come break this shit up. Stop this shit. Y'all can't just be firing out fatal shots and shit. You know, I understand that. Another one, the third one, was actually, I guess, running and trying to get away and was struck by like a vehicle, you know, and it was like chased and shit like that, and something to that degree, that angle, you know. So that's strong, you know. People feel like, look, you're chasing my, what the fuck, man? Look, now it's laws out where the police can't really chase you and do certain things like that, because that shit end up more dangerous just trying to arrest a motherfucker, end up 20 people get killed and shit, man. Cars crashing, homes and shootouts, and just let them get away, get their license plate, you get them later. But that didn't happen. I guess, you know, police was behind, you know, young man losing his life. I guess somehow he got struck by something. Another one did something and was actually chased, and on his way he was chased, you know, trying to get away and shit, and they end up jumping in like a lake or like a river, some water and shit, and end up drowning. You know, drowning to death and shit like that. And if the police never chased them, then did shit, you see what I'm saying? So all four of these guys end up losing their life back to back to back to back to back years and shit like that. And a lot of people feel like the police is targeting, you know, the young people out there on the west side. A lot of the young people who they feel like gang members, especially like the Four Corner Hustler faction. That's another street gang. You hear a lot about the GDs and the BDs and shit like that. But in reality, it's all kind of gangs and shit, you know? And that's what's going viral kind of on the internet right now. Now, I'm not here to stamp that. I'm not here to, you know, come up with the conspiracy, or maybe it's not a conspiracy. I'm just here to give you the news. And This does seems a little coincidental, but you got to remember the West Side is real big now. You know, Chicago is real big, but I do want to tell you that a lot of the killings that involved with the police is on the West Side, you know, and a lot of the violence is on the West Side. You know a lot about the South Side because of the rap shit, but the West Side is very violent. I grew up on the West Side. I was born and raised on the West Side. I was actually shot in my arm on the West Side. My friend was killed on the West Side. It's very violent on the West Side, you know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to keep y'all updated on this. My condolences to every last one of them people's families. But, you know, it looked like it's some crazy shit going on the West Side. That's why I want to ask y'all a question before I get up off of this. Do you think that's a coincidence? Maybe it's just a lot of people on the West Side. You know, shit just happened. These guys lost their life. It was coincidental. It had nothing to do linked. Or do you feel like, yeah, them police behind a lot of this shit? That ain't crazy. There ain't no coincidence. If these guys from the same gang or the same area, same neighborhood, the police was tired of them. And they did that shit on purpose, you know? I wanted to know what y'all think. Leave a comment. It's the homie True Teller Street Report. And I keep hearing y'all talk about fix my gate, fix my gate. That ain't my gate, unfortunately. I would fix it though, but that's the neighbor's gate. Yeah, my gate right here, but I can't show you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's how it's true.